You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we are back in Montreal at the Bell Center, and with respect to all of the MMA fans globally around the world, for my money, this is the loudest venue I have ever heard for a UFC fight.
If they say that the United Center is the home that MJ built, this is Georges St. Pierre's home, the Bell Center in Montreal. And I'm telling you, man, when the hometown boy hits the curtain, these people go crazy. This is a phenomenal fight.
Able to check that kick as well. So more output, at least in the early going. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, flush knee to the body. He's got the length advantage in this fight and certainly made it count in that exchange. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Well, eventually you know he's going to turn this defense into offense.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight. Oh my goodness, what a right hand! He hurt him.
Well, informed speculation says he's going to try to set up another hook here. Nelson's eye is starting to swell shut. Oh, and he lands another knee there, DC. He talked a lot to us about his length and his size advantage. Doesn't always pay to be the taller fighter. In this instance, it certainly did. Under 2 minutes to go. Head kick blocked.
You know, that's a big thing whenever you both tough, both durable, both unwilling to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight. That hook was bad. He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Under a minute now to go in the opening round.
Oh, that one landed, yep.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
And you hear the crowd react every time they come together because they understand the power that these guys are striking with.
Every strike he lands, that cut gets worse.
Yeah, it's getting worse, and he needed to address it a little bit sooner because now that damage is starting to pile up.
Nelson's cut above the eye, and that blood figures to start to trickle down. Could compromise his vision here moving forward. Well, we got to think some bonus money is coming the way of these two athletes at night's end, and remarkably, they've both been able to stay in the fight despite it.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round here. All right, so after one of the more entertaining rounds in recent UFC history, our next round is upon us. Man, those guys both took some serious damage in that previous round.
They both took some damage, but they both gave it. They both gave it as well as they took it. Let's see who wilts and goes down first.
Well, I can't even relate to the mental and physical toughness we are seeing.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish.
He rocked him, he hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot to close the door. Could not shut the lights off.
Now all in a quick entry.
Great single entry. Rotation like Rogers taking for life. That was a slick transition.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Well, that swelling is getting out of control. To that end, you see the referee has paused the action, likely to call on the doctor. We'll see if this fight can continue, champ.
Well, it's so noticeable. You got to check on it. You got to make sure that this fighter is able to continue.
Fighter trying to state his case to stay in the fight. It looks as though the doctor's going to allow him to continue, at least for now.
Yeah, but he's got to make some adjustments. He's got to keep his hands up, and he's got to keep his head off the center line.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. It's getting really hard to watch him absorb shots on that eye.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it.
Beautiful diving strike lands. And how much more can he take? Oh, he gets back up. The question is for how long? Ooh! And mixes in a takedown. Why not? On his back now, he's going for the rear naked choke.
Look at that.
Wow, he gets out and now reverses position.
Beautiful submission defense by this guy. He was constantly under attack.
Grappler's delight tonight. Both fighters back to their feet now. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Oh, nice job defensively to get the hands up and avoid further damage there in and around that cut. Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those... on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Nice job by him to get the meat of the target there, using his length exceptionally well tonight. Final seconds here of round two. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Round three next.
Stop.
All right, so DC, I know your corner never had to get involved and stop a fight, but these fighters are both so... Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he...
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Oh, good block there. All right, so the blood continues to be a major factor in this fight, and I think at some point the referee is going to intervene here, DC.
He hasn't been able to change anything, right? So it doesn't... We have no indication that he's going to be able to stay in this fight. The cut was over.
Excessive blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage could be done from the half guard. You sit back on that...
All right, so the referee has called for the ringside position. Perhaps enough damage now to stop the fight.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. It's over. Stop the fight.
Yeah, that's going
Yeah,
to
he
do
stops
it.
it.
No surprise there. The ringside physician has called an end to the fight. You got to preserve the fighter to fight in the future, and that cut just too big for him to continue through. All right, well, you see the referee wave off the fight, courtesy of those doctor's orders. Let's check out some of the replays that caused the damage, champ.
I mean, great striking by this guy, finding a weakness and then really exposing his opponent's weakness. This damage was so great. The swelling was so great. Once the referee called in the doctor to take a look, he knew what he had to do.
All right, we now go inside the octagon, where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Nelson.